third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner.
What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women?
Oh, believe me, we know. Men don't chase anything anymore. Men don't even chase money anymore. Only thing men chasing in 2025 is liquor because they're bitches.
These men want you to meet them where they're at, which is in the pits of hell or at a local coffee shop, and I'm not doing it.
I think women have materialized men way too much. The way men objectify women to just be their bodies, we've objectified men to just be their wallets.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Pearl Chronicle.
A third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. So I've got a question for the men. My comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done.
You know, I'm seeing more and more of these videos, and honestly, it makes me sad because guys have told women why. We've made it very clear why we're walking away. And we're walking away in droves, and it's only going to get worse because you're not hearing why we're walking away. It's very simple. Don't read between the lines. Hear these words. There is absolutely no benefit anymore to being in a relationship with a woman for a man. None. Zero. Zilch. Especially when you consider the risk compared to any potential reward. Roughly 55% of marriages end in divorce, and the guy loses everything. Add into it all the relationships where they weren't married, and the guy lost access to his kids and had to pay mountains of child support, and so on. When you really look at it, there's less than a 1 in 4 chance of having a successful relationship. Would you risk?
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
A lot of men checked out because modern dating started feeling like a losing game. All the pressure, all the responsibility, all the risk, while still being told they're not enough. So now men are choosing freedom over frustration.
Oh, believe me, we know. Men don't chase anything anymore. Men don't even chase money anymore. Only thing men chasing in 2025 is liquor because they're bitches.
And the men that be on here looking super fine, and all they talk about is relationships, how they want a relationship so bad, what they would be like in a relationship, how they would treat their girl. Baby, that man ain't looking for no relationship. Okay, please. Just like, admire, and scroll on. Please and thank you. Don't you slide in that man DMs thinking it's about to be something. It won't. Okay? That's their whole aesthetic. Okay? And being in a relationship will kill that aesthetic. Hello? Am I wrong? No. I'm right. I know this. All right? They love the attention and having, I don't know, the pick of the crop that they're never going to pick. But, yeah, that man ain't trying to be in a relationship, girl. Please. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of the look. Remember I told you this.
Men stop chasing because a lot of them realize blind validation gets you nowhere. That's why more men are investing in themselves now instead of begging for attention or approval.
I debated getting on here and saying this because I know it's going to upset a lot of women, and I love women, so I don't want to be attacked by women. I love y'all, but I'm saying this out of love because I really do feel this way, and that is that I think women have materialized men way too much. The way men objectify women to just be their bodies, we've objectified men to just be their wallets, to just be money, what they can provide, and we've completely misconstrued the definition of a true provider. We think we've minimized it to a provider just being someone who funds our lifestyle, pays all the bills, and as long as he does that, he's a good provider. A true provider is going to give you stability. He's going to make you feel emotionally safe, all these, but not to get into that right now. I just think as women, we've literally done what men have done, and two wrongs don't make a right. It's now created this dating scene where everything is transactional. Everything. You give me this, I give you that. And it's to the point where a lot of women are now okay with this idea. Like, I'm okay with, you know what, he just pays for everything and I'm cool. That's why men take a woman on a date and he thinks he's owed something after. Like, we don't realize that we've done that as women. Did we start it? No. But we've continued it and we've only made it worse. Like, I think as women, we need to all come together and just stop using men, period. Like, let's just leave them completely alone. We're in a society now where women can have a decent job and pay and fund their own lives, and that just be it. Like, I just think and again, I understand how it happened. I'm not saying women are at fault. I'm just saying we've continued it, and it's only gotten worse. And now our dating scene is horrible. And both genders are to blame, is really what I'm saying. Like, it's unfortunately not just the men. Like, as a collective, I think just women have become way too materialistic. As far as men, like, oh, luckily for me, my following isn't so huge to where, you know, I'm going to get all my controversial opinions out now. So.
She's telling the truth. Most people are scared to admit. Modern dating became transactional. Men got reduced to wallets, women got reduced to looks, and now everybody's shocked real connection is disappearing.
Yesterday, my friend told me she was going on a date, and I was like, that's so exciting. And she's like, I mean, not really. I'm not super interested in him. And I was like, why would you say yes then? And she was like, I mean, my last relationship, I wasn't super interested in him at first, but love and attraction definitely grows, and we had an amazing partnership for a very long time. I also have just been saying no a lot recently and have kind of put off dating, and I feel like I'm just not putting the best energy out into the universe, and I kind of just want to get back into the swing of things. It really got me thinking, like, is dating to date a good thing sometimes? Like, if you haven't dated for a really long time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like sometimes you can fall out of your attraction state or your dating energy. Sometimes maybe it's a good thing to push yourself to get back out there and be in that fun, flirty energy. In all honesty, some of the people that I know that have the best relationships, it wasn't sparks flying at first. I think taking chances and just going on dates with people that maybe you wouldn't normally go on a date with, you might surprise yourself. Definitely going to try this myself.
So 80% of men are tired of dating. They've decided to opt out of the dating pool. That is different, crazy. But why are you guys opting out of the dating pool? I don't get it. Leave a comment. I want to hear what you guys have to say. But 80%, that's a big number. Girls, what are you girls doing to these guys that they don't want to even date anymore? What's going on? I'm in the older sector, so I don't have to look for dates anymore. I got one already. But man, what a huge number. 80% of men do not want to date anymore. And that's in between the ages, I think it was 21 and 35. If they're single, they just don't want to date. Why? What are you guys scared of? What's going on? What am I missing? Am I missing something, or am I just an old fart?
A lot of good relationships never started with instant fireworks. Modern dating got obsessed with chasing perfection and butterflies while overlooking loyalty, compatibility, and stability.
The only advice I ever give to women who want dating advice is that you have to be really hyper vigilant of everything that a man you're dating is telling you, because they literally tell on themselves through their little jokes, through whatever. Like, in this day and age with so many undercover incels, you literally cannot afford to take anything they say with a grain of salt. Like, you have to be the friend that's too woke. And like, if they say something that even slightly makes you question them, question their character, like, dead ass take that and run with it, because not listening to your own discernment is going to be the main thing that gets you in trouble. So if you ever feel literally even a little inkling of, this man might be an incel, I can't believe I have to say this, he is, like, please run.
I posted a video about guys not knowing what they want in their 30s, and let me tell you, the comments have me like shook. The amount of men saying that they don't want to get married because they don't want to have to take care of a woman is like absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like, love is dead. It's dead.
For anyone that has listened to men in the last decade, this should not be surprising. Because let's face it, ladies, men are no longer to expect anything from a woman in marriage. Because when they talk about expectations, especially on social media, they get put through the ringer. And that has leaked into the real world. Like, men have a lot to lose when it comes to relationships, especially marriage. They are expected to give without requiring or wanting or asking for anything in return. A lot of men that have experienced that feeling in a real life relationship that he's been through, he has decided to remain single rather than put himself through that again. And honestly, what he sees on social media just reinforces that. It's really only until he finds a good woman in real life, he finds that unicorn, that will ever be broken down. And that does happen occasionally. But for the rest of the guys, they would rather be single.
All right, ladies, let's talk about why men do not court anymore. Let's go. The reality is that modern feminism in a lot of ways had us as women take a gamble, and we lost. We took the bait that being sexually promiscuous and having no standards and no self-respect was cool and in. We decided that we would give men access to our bodies and our time and our energy without them having to put in any effort. We have allowed men to do the bare minimum for so long, and we still give them benefits that they don't deserve. And so now men are following suit, and we are confused as to why this is happening. It's okay to want a man to lead and to court you, but you have to understand that we collectively as women set the tone. So if the tone of the dating market is that all women are easy now and that men can pretty much get whatever they want and do whatever they want and still get access to us, then that's what the majority of men are going to do. There are plenty of men who are good men who love women and respect women and honor women. But even those men, if they are single and there are women out there that are throwing it at them, they're going to catch it. So just ask yourself, what kind of woman are you? And are you contributing to the problem? Are you the kind of woman who is allowing men to be low vibrational and contributing to this idea that all women have low standards and that men can do the bare minimum and get away with it? Or are you a woman who's leading by example and challenging other women around you to do the same by operating from a place of self-dignity, self-respect, values, standards, strong boundaries, a woman who knows her worth? Before we start whining and complaining about what they aren't doing, let's take a look at what it is that we are doing.
This is exactly why a lot of men stop bothering. One awkward joke, one wrong opinion, one imperfect moment, and suddenly he's labeled dangerous or toxic. Nobody wants to date under interrogation 24/7.
You know what I think? I think there are no guys who want a serious relationship in 2024.
And you want to know what I think? I think you're 100% correct, young lady. And the reason is because there's no benefit to men anymore. And we keep telling you ladies this over and over again. Men have looked at relationships. They've done an analysis and they've realized there's absolutely no return on investment in getting into a relationship with you. Now, a lot of you are thinking that that's not true because, well, you're still getting attention from men. But you see, the mistake you're making is you think that men are giving you that attention because they want to be in a relationship with you. When the reality is, they just want to have a little fun, if you catch my drift. You see, today's women have made it abundantly clear that they have extremely high expectations, unrealistic ones at that. They feel they can demand, and offer absolutely nothing in return except, well, this, whatever that is. And they don't show the least bit of kindness, caring, or consideration for men. So men have said, okay, we're not going to play this silly little game of yours anymore. We're taking our ball and we're going home. And that's why men aren't interested in serious relationships anymore. But yet, despite the fact we keep telling you this over and over and over again, you keep asking the question because you don't like the answer you're hearing. It's making you look in the mirror and say, what have we done? Why have we reached this point? And rather than take accountability, responsibility, and acknowledgement for that, you keep asking the question, hoping to get a different answer. The bottom line is this. Men have walked away, and more of them are walking away every single day. So serious relationships, are done for the near future. And until ladies are willing to accept responsibility, acknowledge the fact that they've treated men like garbage for decades now, and decide to make changes, it's only going to get worse.
The men have finally started to get sick of modern dating. The other day I was talking to one of my friends and he told me that he's deleted Hinge because he's sick of all his dates being the same and being unfulfilling and being boring. Finally, the men have caught up. Women have been saying it for years. We have had the conversation about how modern dating is unfulfilling, how it's not really giving us what we need, people don't want to find real connections, it's empty, blah, 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 blah. We've done this, but now the men are starting to realize that. The men are starting to have those conversations. Why? Because everybody wants connection. Everybody wants intimacy. And I think men are finally starting to realize that the way that they're conducting themselves and the way that they are searching for romance and intimacy is empty and it is unfulfilling. I think the excitement and drama that comes from having options and chasing new experiences, it's just no longer as fulfilling as it once was. I think as a woman, this is a really interesting shift to witness in real time because we've been saying for ages that modern dating is unfulfilling because the men do not seem to find value in deep, meaningful, mutual connection. Well, now there's this shift happening where the men are realizing that their methods of conducting themselves in the dating world are leaving them also unfulfilled. Interesting to see what comes of this.
Men didn't suddenly wake up, they just got tired. Tired of shallow dating, fake connections, endless options, and relationships that feel more draining than fulfilling.
Happy anniversary to you too, baby. 6 years in that thing. Here you go. You gotta stop letting the internet play with you. You can't keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't even be worried about no wedding ring, getting married, all that stuff if the internet wasn't telling you something. If your friends wasn't all up in your ear. Like, we good. We gonna move on our own schedule, our own timeline. Like, it's cool. Yo, look at this house I found. This is literally in that. This is that neighborhood we was talking about. We was like, oh, okay, if we buy a house, this is where we buying it. I mean, what's stopping us from buying a house right now anyway? Like, let's just buy a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just go ahead, get the house, have the babies. Like, what's the holdup? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. This is perfect. I told you when as a man, I gotta be the provider. So when I get my finances in order, I will, that's when I'm gonna, don't pressure me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to pressure me to take these next steps. Marriage is real big. That's a big commitment. So, let me get these things in order. You know what I'm saying? Get my money, my funds, everything aligned. Then we take those next steps to see where that goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't pressure me, though. That's how I rock your promise ring. You like it? I got your little promise ring. It's just like the one, the type of ring you want. I even told the lady, I said, look, whatever my girl wants, just the type of ring she wants. So I got your little promise ring, so you know, you my girl, we locked in, you know what I'm saying? And this, eventually, boom, 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 get to the next steps and stuff. But, yeah, she got my promise ring.
A question I always hear women asking is why do men always go for the women that want a serious relationship rather than just go for the women that also just want to hook up, that also just don't want something serious and they just want to have fun? And it's not because women that want to hook up don't exist. They exist. It's not that they can't find any women that just want to hook up. It's because it's a power dynamic. They want to coerce women, lie and manipulate and pretend to be somebody they're not. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's too dramatic. That's not true. They've told this to me to my face. A lot of them have admitted it. Men don't want to be with a woman that wants the same things. They want the power dynamic of it, and they want to trick and manipulate women into having sex with them to have power over you. That's what it's about. And this is why situationships are predatory and at the very least emotionally and mentally abusive, because if you have to lie, scheme, trick, or coerce somebody into having sex with you, you're a predator.
Not every failed situationship is some evil master plan. A lot of people entered modern dating chasing validation, attention, and temporary excitement, then got shocked when nobody wanted real commitment afterward. Anyway, that's enough for today. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.